In this video, I want to show you how to solve linear equations with brackets. Right, so we are going to follow these 3 steps. Right, the first step is this one: remove all brackets. If you have brackets on the left hand side and brackets on the right hand side, remove all the brackets. Right, then from step 2, this is now the same as simple linear equations that I explained in another video, but I will still explain the same concept here, where we'll be collecting like terms and simplifying both sides, making sure that we have a single term on the left hand side and a single term on the right hand side. Right, then the final step is to divide both sides by the coefficient of the unknown, so that we remain with the unknown only on one of the sides of the equal sign. Right, let's move on to our first example, where we'll be solving the equation 2 factor of x plus 1 is equal to 3. So the first thing is to remove brackets. In this case, we only have brackets on the left hand side here, so we are removing these brackets. And when you're removing these brackets, these two will multiply everything in the brackets. These two outside the brackets will multiply x and plus 1. So we are saying 2 by x, we get 2x, 2 by 1, we get 2. So this simplifies to 2x plus 2, which is equal to 3. Right, now done with the first step, let's move on to the next step, where we'll be collecting like terms and simplifying both sides. Right, in this case we have 2 and 3, which are both independent of x, so these are like terms. 2x is no like term because that's the only term in terms of x in this equation. So let's take this 2 to the other side of the equal sign. All right, as it changes the side, it also changes the sign, so it will be minus 2. So this simplifies to 2x, which will be equal to 3 minus 2, like this. And on the right hand side here, we can simplify. 3 minus 2 is 1, so 2x is equal to 1, like this. Now let's move on to the third step, right, where we'll be dividing both sides by the coefficient of the unknown, and in this case the coefficient of the unknown is 2. So let's divide both sides by 2, like this. So this 2 and this 2 will go, we remain with x being equal to half, like this. Right, done with the first example. Let's move on to our second example. Solve the equation 3 factor of 2x minus 1 is equal to 2 factor of 2x plus 3. Right, we have brackets on both sides of the equal sign, so we are going to remove these brackets at the same time. These 3 will multiply 2x and minus 1, we get 6x minus 3. On the other side, these two will be multiplying 2x and 3, so we get 4x plus 6, like this. 3 by 2, 6x. 3 by minus 1, minus 3. 2 by 2x, 4x. 2 by 3, 6, like this. Then from here, we are now collecting like terms and simplifying both sides, right? In this case, 6x on the left hand side is a like term of 4x on the right hand side. At the same time, minus 3 on the left hand side is a like term of 6 on the right hand side. Right, so let's take this minus 4 to the left hand side. At the same time, taking minus 3 to the right hand side, like this. Right, so the next step is now to simplify both sides. 6x minus 4x is 2x. 6 plus 3 is 9. So this reduces to 2x, which will be equal to 9, like this. Right, now that we have a single term on the left hand side and a single term on the right hand side, we can now divide both sides by the coefficient of the unknown, and in this case the coefficient of the unknown is 2. So we are going to divide both sides by 2. Then 2 into 2, 1. 2 into 9, it is 4, and a half, as simple as this. So our answer is x is equal to 4 and half, like this. Right, let's move on to our next example, the third example. Right, solve the equation, this one. Right, the first thing is to remove the brackets. We have brackets on both sides of the equal sign, so this 3 will multiply everything in these brackets. Right, so 3 will multiply these two terms in the brackets, then this 7 at the same time will multiply x minus 2. Right, let's remove brackets here. 3 by 3x we get 9x, 3 by 1 we get 3, then this minus 3 is independent of this 3. It has nothing to do with this 3. This 3 will only multiply everything in these brackets up to this last bracket. Right, so we are saying this minus 3, we'll rewrite this minus 3 as it is. Right, on the other side on the other side 7 by x, we find 7x. 7 by minus 2 get minus 14. Right, then in this case we have 3 like terms that are in terms of x. We have 9x, we have minus 3x, and 7x. So since we have 2 of them on the left hand side, let's take this 7 to the left hand side like this. Right, at the same time taking this plus 3 to the right hand side where there is minus 14, since they are both independent of x. So this is now 9x minus 3x minus 7x. It is now minus 7x because of the change sign principle. Right, this is minus 14 minus 3. This minus 3 is changing side, so it also changes the sign. Since it changes the side, it also changes the sign. Right, let's simplify. 9x minus 3x, 6x. 6x minus 7x, it's minus x, like this. So it is minus x, and at the same time minus 14 minus 3 simplifies to minus 17. So our equation is now minus x is equal to minus 17, and in this case the coefficient of x is minus 1. Right, so the choice is yours. You can divide both sides by minus 1 like this, or you can just multiply both sides by minus 1. You'll still get the same answer. Right, if we divide both sides by minus 1 like this, minus 1 into minus 1 is 1, so we remain with x on the left hand side. Then minus 1 into minus 17 simplifies to 17. So our final answer is x is equals to 17. Right, now here are a few questions for practice. Right, and here are the answers. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our videos.